Hey everybody, I want you to head down to teespring.com and check out Bondy's Boutique and get some of Bondy's merch.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another pose review, y'all. Okay, look, marinate in it. Let it sit for a second. Okay, look, posing for you, all right? Before we get into it, I want to remind you guys to check out Omiyaje. Okay, get moisturized like the girls. Okay, I appreciate you. So, the episode, bit my tongue, bitch. The episode starts off and we're at a ball, y'all. Pray Tell is up there on the mic and singing, and it's a whole bunch of Kwanzaa realness, 2015 futuristic realness, Reynolds rap realness, Quazalina. I like not Quazalina, Pray Tell, okay? Look, he about to pass out. He's sweating his ass off. He hot, but he's still up there doing his job. He tells everybody about the AIDS cabaret that he's having at the hospital. Okay, the second annual fish, all right? I hate that word, I'm sorry. As soon as he finishes announcing that, he passes out. And they call the ambulance. They rush him to the hospital. Nurse Judy is there to make sure that her boy Pray Tell is being treated properly in these hospital streets. Okay? And, he didn't seem to have a messed up doctor or nothing like that. Judy seemed to have called one of the doctors who not ignorant down to Pray Tell's room to look after him. But his playlists are low and he is having a bad reaction to the AZT. Is it well for some? Did terrible for others? That is the story we are trying to tell. And of course, now that he's so sick and in a hospital bed, Blanca feels bad. Blanca feels responsible because she convinced him to take the AZT medication because it was working out for her. But at the end of the day, if you're willing to eat a gallon of butter, then you need to be willing to take this medication. Like, I feel like there weren't many other choices. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was dying anyway. Okay, so you might as well try what was out there. I'm just glad that they caught it in enough time for him to realize he wasn't reacting to it well. Let's just get off of it and get him back to, regular, degular, schmegular health. Okay, and then we could worry about everything else. But this is really hard for Pray Tell, and he wants to throw a fucking temper tantrum. He don't want to hear how everything gonna be all right, how y'all gonna make sure everything with the cabaret go off without a hitch, even though he up in here in the hospital bed. He don't want to be talked to like a child. He wants to have a fucking temper tantrum about the fact that he never knows what's going on inside his body. And I totally understand that. There is nothing that will make you more messed up than health issues, to me. When you have health issues in your mind, it's hard to stay positive and get past it. And that's half the battle at the end of the day. And that's where Pray Tell is, where he is sick and knowing that he's sick, never knowing what's happening, and it's affecting his quality of life at the end of the day. Blanca's old disgusting ass landlord comes to her salon to complain about the flyers that she has up in the window for the AIDS benefit. Talking about how this is going to make people not want to come in here. They're going to be asking you questions about, are your tools sterile? Are you going to give them the AIDS and all of this? And then she tells Blanca how she likes the gays. She just doesn't like AIDS. It's like gay people decided to just create AIDS and spread it around to one another. Like, get the out of here with that. Okay? Like, please stop. Like, that makes me so upset. And then she talks about how her hairstylist and her cousin, who everybody knew was gay, died of AIDS. And it's affected everybody. And, Blanca has made her realize maybe she should be a philanthropist. She wants to look good. And being a philanthropist looks good in a newspaper. So she hands Blanca a $20 bill and then says, you know what? I'm going to come and I'm going to sing a song or two. And I'm going to give a proper donation. And then she snatches the $20 bill out of Blanca's hand like a crack baby. And I'm just sitting up here looking at this lady like, I just know it's going to be some bullshit with you. Okay? I just know it's going to be some bullshit, y'all. I do not trust this lady. Okay? I'm telling you right now. Her whole little energy. Okay? Whatever perfume she wear must be stank old rich hoe. Okay? That's the name of the perfume, y'all. Ugh. She just look like she always smells something that stinks. So I assume that her perfume must not smell that great. You know how it be smelling like broccoli and flowers? Like that. Pray Tell gets a new roommate in the hospital, and it's like this old, like uptight, don't want to be referred to as a queen type, gay man, all right? I'm an educated black man. Like, but you still in here with the queens dying of the same disease. Please take your superiority to heaven with you, sir. Like, fuck out of here with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was so annoyed by, his energy towards Pray Tell. Pray Tell was like, have you ever been at the balls? And he was like, oh, God, no. And it's like, as if that was a shield from everybody knowing the truth about you. So at some point, the man begins to breathe hard, like he's in distress. And Pray Tell pushes back the curtain, and he sees him having a seizure, so he calls for the nurse. And then he starts to say how the medication that they're giving him is killing him. And, he's a really hostile, and they have to drug him so that he can go back to sleep. And when Pray Tell wakes up, there are a whole bunch of white flowers around him with cards signed from Candy. Can't wait to see you, bitch. I wish you hurry up and die so I can stop being so bored up here. Like, what is happening? And he pulls back the curtain again, and there is Miss Candy looking ever so soft and moisturized. Okay? I was like, okay, y'all better let Candy come through as herself. Because y'all know they was making Candy look harder for the role of how the girls looked at the time as best they could. Because, like, in real life, Angelica is like, So Candy is telling Pray Tell about how she's about to do lunch with Liberace, and then later on she's going to be meeting up with Alvin Ailey, and she, her heaven is being around people that she's comfortable around. And when she started to name these people, Pray Tell had to think for a second, and I thought, he was just... he thought maybe she was referencing gay people. Like, that's what I assumed she was referencing, other gay people. But really, she was referencing being around other people who had died of HIV or AIDS. And this is when we realized that Candy had HIV. And nobody knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knew that Candy had anything. And Candy says that she really tried to conceal that because people treat you differently, and she was very careful, always wore condoms, but somehow, some way, it still ended up happening to her. Then Candy asked Pray Tell why he wants to stick around for another ball where the room is getting smaller and smaller. Like, why do you even want to stick around for this? Candy says that Pray Tell needs to go ahead and go out gracefully, and she pulls out all of these pills and tries to put them in Pray Tell's hand, but then the pill drops and Pray Tell wakes up and she's not there anymore. And then he gets up, realizes the electricity went out in the hospital. The nurses put him back in the bed, and he wakes up again, and there's a man humming on the side of his bed. And we didn't know who it was at first, but they just talking to each other. And the man is like humming a song, and Pray Tell is telling the guy to like shut up and, get away from him. And he's like, I don't know why you act like this. I don't know what I did that was so wrong. And apparently this is Pray Tell's stepdad, the man who married his mom after his dad passed away, and said that he loved him, and then proceeded to molest Pray Tell. And even tells Pray Tell that even in death feels as if Pray Tell as a 12-year-old boy came on to him. So that's part of Pray Tell's story. That, he was taken advantage of by his mom's husband as a child. Somebody that he thought loved him and wanted to take care of him. Like, oh Lord, that made me so upset. Talking about how he was so quiet at the funeral, and that's the only time they didn't fuss and fight. And just like the pure ignorance of not understanding what you have done to someone. And he tells Pray Tell that he has to let go of him in the anger, because he's going to be carrying it for the rest of his life, or forever if he doesn't. And now we understand why Pray Tell has this edge of anger. You think it's sometimes because I'm a gay black man, but really it's because I'm a gay black man that was a little boy who was molested. And I just think it's so sad when that happens to kids, when they're not protected, when women feel the need to replace one man with another so quickly that they're not paying attention, and sometimes it's being, hid from them very well. And then other times you're just so grateful to have somebody to help take care of you and your child that you don't even pay attention. And that's just sad. So Pray Tell starts to scream, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. And then he wakes up, and his boyfriend, Costas, is there. Y'all remember Costas died last season, I think that was. And Pray Tell was there with him the whole time. Of course it was last season. It's only been one season. Sorry, y'all. Whew. Okay, look, my mind moving so fast. And Costa says, get up. It's time for you to perform. Everybody's waiting for you. It's a hospital full of men who've died, with this disease, and you got to perform for them. So he automatically, changes into this really sparkly performance show, tuxedo with the hat and a long tail that's like this large ribbon wrapped over and over again. It's very beautiful and, very, avant-garde. Okay. And then he goes and he sings this song and it's so beautiful. And, just basically singing about the man that got away, singing about Costas who, blows him a kiss when he's done singing a song. And when he pops back into reality, he's in the room, but he's, in his hospital gown, and Judy and another nurse are there like, pray tell, you okay? And he's like, am I losing my mind? Because he's going in and out of hallucinating. So y'all, Blanca is at the house trying to get the cabaret together all on her lonesome, and she is stressed out. Plus, homegirl got dyslexia and ain't got time for y'all to be making it even harder for her to read and count and all of this, okay? So she goes and busts into the room where everybody is celebrating because Angel got another job that's getting her closer to a bigger gig. But, right now, all Blanca cares about is that she needs to concentrate. And she's going off about how they making up all this noise and they need to clean up this room. And Angel just hugs Blanca. Like, she just knows instinctually what mother needs. And she hugs her and the boys leave. And when Poppy left, he was like, I'm sorry about your dyslexia, Ma. That shit was so funny. That shit was so funny, y'all. I'm sorry, but I was dying laughing at that. So then they sit down and Blanca tells Angel the real problem, which is that she feels guilty for what happened with Pray Tell. And Angel, being a voice of reason, always tells her, don't feel that way. He had to try. You're his friend. You love him. You just wanted him to do everything he could to live. Like, don't feel bad about that. And that makes Blanca feel a little bit better so she can not feel so terrible about it. But you can tell that, in some way or another, it's still weighing on her that she convinced her friend to do something that made him feel worse. So it's the day of the cabaret. And Pray Tell is doing much better. He is going to be out of the hospital in a day or so, but he doesn't want to go out there and perform because he has settled into being pissed off about his health. And Blanca says that she gets it. She understands, okay? She wants to be pissed off all the time, but she can't blame anybody, and she damn sure can't blame herself for ending up with AIDS. So unless he wants to continue to ruin this experience for everybody, knowing that they don't know how much time they have, he needs to get his ass up out that bed, get dressed, and come out here and sing for these people, okay? And Pray Tell's like, man, fuck you. Because Blanca made Pray Tell feel like he was being ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? She basically put him in his place. I love the Blanca moral compass. Like, I really, really do. And obviously Pray Tell is going to get up eventually, but, not right away. So the first performance for the cabaret was Sandra Bernhardt, and it was everything. Like, her voice is so unique. It's the energy she puts behind it. It's the feeling. Like, every single one of the songs, y'all, besides Electric Crazy No Singing Ass, I was feeling it in my spirit. Even Frederica's old evil ass. Her dress was giving me rich 90s white lady, and I loved it. Like, with the embroidery at the top, with then black on the bottom, bitch. Like, I was really feeling Frederica's dress. Okay, just in my size, not in hers. Okay, but yeah, so Sandra performed. Then Frederica performs, and she decides to give $100 as she's giving her life story of studying, theater and all of this before she became a tycoon or whatever she was calling herself. Tycoon, but all you got to give to something of this magnitude is $100. Word. Okay, Blanca snatched that $100 and put it in her bra. Frederica went up there and sang her song and tore it down. Do you hear me? Tore it all the way down. All the girls was, wagging their fingers and letting it be felt that they was feeling what she was putting down. So after it was all over, Blanca goes up to her, thanks her for coming through, saying that she misjudged her. And she says she has to make a phone call. Goes out into the hallway, gets on the phone with her son, who is apparently cleaning out and boarding up Blanca's salon. I said, just stinky, dirty, disgusting ass bitch. I was so mad, y'all. I wanted to jump through the television, okay? So they go back in after Electra's terrible performance that only her children would love. Blanca goes up there and sings a Stevie Wonder song. And then this is when Pray Tell comes in and then he joins. And can we give a clap hand for Ricky, Lulu, and Damon being the doo-wop, bop, bop, bop of it all? I was feeling their background. I really was, okay? And when Pray Tell and Blanca started to sing together that Stevie Wonder song, I just, I was just all in my feelings, y'all. I was all in my feelings. And before they started to sing, Blanca told everybody that she had AIDS. And you know, Electra and Lulu and all of the girls didn't know. The only people who knew was her house and her family and Pray Tell. And she hadn't told anybody else. So everybody is like shocked. You know, you should have seen Electra's face. Dramatic ass, okay? But everybody knows now, and Blanca says she wants them to know because she wants them to know what this looks like. You know, there are a whole bunch of people sitting there with lesions on their faces, and she wants people to know that it looks like that, but it looks like this too. It looks healthy too. So don't be out here being stupid, because at the time, a lot of people were assuming that only gay people got it. Only people who was doing drugs got it, you know. Only people who looked like they was dirty got it. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, who can tell that somebody has an STD by looking at them, you know, on the outside without looking at genitals and stuff like that? Get out of here. So after the performances, they didn't raise $4,000, and that was great. And Frederica asked to take Blanca out for dinner to, talk businesswoman to businesswoman. And the next morning when she goes to her salon and sees that it's closed up, she wasn't even that mad. She was like, you son of a bitch. And then she went and filed the lawsuit and has decided that she and the kids will go and protest at 8 in the morning and 6 in the evening every motherfucking day, okay? And they have dinner and discuss that. Pray Tell is going to eat as much butter as possible to slide that AZT up on out of him and, just help him to deal with his diagnosis in a different way, since AZT obviously wasn't the best course of action for him. And so then they go and do the boycott, and at first it's only the family out there, and then Pray Tell says, I knew we was going to need a little bit more people, so, look over there, look over there. And from each corner you can see, the girls coming through, the fam coming through, Electra's there, Lulu's there, all of the girls are there to support Blanca, and it's like 50 people on the corner screaming about how Frederica is a crook, Frederica is a crook. And then Frederica and her son in his, infinite jumpsuits in different colors roll up, and then she sees like how many people are out there, and that's all you need to get the press coming out. So she's like, shit. And it's like, that's what you get. The Lord don't like ugly, and you're ugly, you're oogly. Okay, sat up there while Blanca said that she was dying and still did that. Is a low down dirty son of a bitch. Later that night, Pray Tell gets home and he's getting ready to get in the bed. And here come Candy, filing nails and telling him how she gonna be there every time he has a dark moment. She's gonna be there to remind him that he can just give it all up and come and join her. So it's basically like Candy is gonna be a constant reminder that you should kill yourself, you should kill yourself, you should kill yourself. And Pray Tell says, listen, I don't care how many times you show up. I don't care how much you haunt me. I'm not ready to go. It ain't my time, okay? And Candy is like, okay. And then Candy disappears. So we can only hope that Pray Tell, finds a way to live through this and we don't have to see him die. But I'm sure we will at some point. But even if we do, I hope that if it does get that bad and he still feels like he wants to take his own life, then, I feel like he should be able to do that. I feel like when people are sick like that and they know they're about to go, let them people do what they want to do. Like, nobody wants to suffer until their very last breath. Like, for real. And at some point, opioids and all of them drugs and shit can't do nothing for you. So I understand that feeling. And I hope that we don't have to see that from Pray Tell. But I'm just glad he lived through the episode, girl. Because I thought he was going to die. They made it seem like he was going to die in them previews, girl. And I was just going to be heartbroken and upset and beside myself and drinking the rest of my bottle of wine, which I'm about to do anyway. But still, bitch, I was going to be upset while I was doing it. So I'm very happy that it didn't go that way. It was a beautiful episode, and I can't wait to see how they handle this landlord lady, okay, with her disgusting ass. But anyway, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode review of Pose. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, okay, and be fabulous because you are.